A new front in the North American trade war has erupted, and it's causing significant disruptions on both sides of the border. Along the Alaska Highway, a vital link between the US and Alaska, the tension is palpable. This highway, which stretches over 1,300 miles, is not just a road, it's a lifeline for many communities. President Trump's aggressive tariff threats have triggered a swift and unprecedented response from Canada, threatening to disrupt this critical route. The stakes are high, and the repercussions could be severe for both nations. The Alaska Highway, once a symbol of US-Canadian cooperation, is now at the center of a high-stakes standoff. Built during World War II, it has long been a testament to the enduring partnership between the two countries. Canada's move to target the highway is calculated, aimed at pressuring the US by hitting Alaska's supply chain. This strategic maneuver is designed to create maximum impact with minimal effort. This escalation transforms a national dispute into a local crisis, with Alaskans caught in the crossfire. The shelves in local stores are becoming sparse, and businesses are feeling the pinch as supply lines are strained. The tranquil north has become the stage for a dramatic geopolitical showdown. As the world watches, the outcome of this trade war could reshape the economic landscape of the region for years to come. In retaliation, British Columbia's Premier David Eby announced plans to impose steep tolls on all commercial trucks heading to Alaska. Yukon's government quickly backed the move, considering its own tolls to double the pressure. These tolls are designed to hit US goods hard, making it costly to transport essentials to Alaska. The goal forces American businesses and politicians to push back against Trump's tariffs. The Alaska Highway, once a symbol of unity, is now a choke point of conflict. Canada's message is clear. Unfettered access is no longer guaranteed. The era of open borders is over when economic partnership is under threat. For Alaskans, the threat of tolls is a direct hit to their wallets and way of life. The highway delivers fresh food, vital equipment, and time-sensitive goods, costs that will now soar. Alaska's oil industry and small businesses face higher expenses and potential delays, threatening jobs and state revenue. Many local businesses may be forced to raise prices or cut back, squeezing already thin margins. The Alaska Trucking Association warns of major supply chain disruptions. Alaskans, used to high prices, now face a crisis not of geography, but of political making. The tolls risk deepening Alaska's isolation and straining cross-border relationships. The trade conflict has sparked a war of words between leaders. President Trump denounces Canada's tolls as a hostile act, vowing consequences. Prime Minister Trudeau defends Canada's actions as necessary to protect jobs and sovereignty. Provincial premiers echo Trudeau, insisting they're defending local interests. Alaska's Governor Dunleavy pleads for de-escalation, warning that tit-for-tat measures will only hurt citizens. Yukon's Premier Pillai stresses the dispute is with Washington, not Alaskans, highlighting cross-border friendships. Some US lawmakers criticize Trump's tariffs for creating the crisis. As rhetoric intensifies, a quick resolution seems unlikely. The Alaska Highway tolls are just one part of Canada's wider retaliation. Ottawa imposes tariffs on key US goods, targeting politically sensitive industries. British Columbia bans liquor from Republican-led states and orders public agencies to buy Canadian. Ontario slaps a 25% surcharge on electricity exports to the US, raising costs for American consumers. Yukon halts American liquor purchases and restricts US firms from government contracts. Even symbolic gestures, like banning Trump Jr. from hunting, show Canada's united front. Canada is leveraging every tool to pressure the US to reverse its tariffs. Truckers are on the front lines, facing devastating new costs that threaten their livelihoods. For many, the open road has always represented freedom and opportunity, but now, that sense of security is slipping away. Every mile driven comes with the looming threat of higher expenses, and the uncertainty is taking a toll not just on their wallets, but on their peace of mind. State Senator and trucker Robert Myers warns that tolls could put small operators out of business. He's not alone. Many independent drivers and small fleet owners say they're already operating on razor-thin margins. For them, even a modest increase in costs could be the difference between staying afloat and shutting down for good. The Alaska Trucking Association predicts higher consumer prices and logistical chaos. They argue that the ripple effects will be felt far beyond the trucking industry, impacting every Alaskan who relies on goods shipped by road. Tolls and delays, would disrupt carefully planned supply chains, hurting everyone from drivers to diners. Deliveries that once arrived on time could be delayed for days, leaving store shelves empty and restaurants scrambling to serve customers. The once friendly highway community now faces tension and uncertainty. Truck stops that used to buzz with camaraderie are now filled with anxious conversations about the future. Alaskan business owners fear rising costs and unpredictable deliveries. For many, the prospect of not knowing when or if their next shipment will arrive is deeply unsettling. Local entrepreneurs, restaurants, struggle to plan for the future. Menu planning becomes a guessing game, and every empty table is a reminder of the challenges ahead. Local entrepreneurs, contractors, struggle to plan for the future. Construction projects stall as materials arrive late or not at all, putting jobs and investments at risk. Local entrepreneurs, grocers, struggle to plan for the future. With produce and essentials in short supply, they worry about disappointing loyal customers and losing business. The trade dispute's uncertainty is rippling through every corner of Alaska's economy. From the largest trucking companies to the smallest mom-and-pop shops, everyone is feeling the pressure. As the situation drags on, the question on everyone's mind is, how much longer can they hold on? Implementing tolls on the remote Alaska highway poses major challenges. The highway stretches for thousands of kilometers through some of the most isolated and rugged terrain in North America, making any large-scale infrastructure project a daunting task. The sheer remoteness means that even basic construction materials and labor would need to be transported over vast distances, driving up costs and complicating logistics. Currently, there are no toll booths anywhere along this route, and building new infrastructure from scratch would not only be expensive, but also time-consuming. The harsh weather conditions, especially in winter, could delay construction for months at a time. Additionally, maintaining these booths year-round would require a dedicated workforce and ongoing investment, further increasing the financial burden. Some have proposed a more practical solution, using existing way stations as makeshift toll collection points. This approach could allow authorities to begin collecting tolls much sooner without the need for massive new construction. However, these way stations were never designed for this purpose, and retrofitting them for toll collection would still require significant upgrades and new technology. Beyond the physical challenges, there are also complex legal hurdles to consider. International agreements between Canada and the United States may specifically prohibit the imposition of tolls on this vital transportation corridor. If either country attempts to introduce tolls, it could trigger a lengthy legal dispute, potentially ending up in international courts and straining diplomatic relations. There are also significant economic risks. Provinces and territories along the route could inadvertently harm their own economies if American truckers and tourists choose to bypass the highway altogether, opting instead for sea routes or alternative crossings. This shift could reduce demand for local services, from motels and restaurants to gas stations and repair shops. For many small Canadian communities, the steady flow of highway traffic is a lifeline, bringing in much-needed revenue and supporting local jobs. A decline in travelers could have a ripple effect, leading to business closures and economic hardship for residents who rely on this vital artery. Ultimately, the decision to implement tolls on the Alaska Highway is a high-stakes gamble. Policymakers must weigh the potential benefits of new revenue against the very real risks of economic disruption, legal battles, and strained international relations. Every move carries consequences for both sides of the border. As both countries carefully consider their options, the future of tolls on the Alaska Highway remains uncertain. The next steps will require careful negotiation, creative solutions, and a willingness to balance national interests with the needs of local communities and international partners. Beyond politics, this trade war is hitting ordinary people hardest. Alaskan families face rising grocery bills and small businesses struggle with uncertainty. Decades of cross-border friendship are threatened by new suspicion and resentment. Both nations' protectionist policies are causing mutual harm, with no clear winners. The Alaska Highway, once a symbol of cooperation, now divides communities. Only renewed diplomacy can restore stability and reopen the road. For those caught in the middle, a resolution can't come soon enough.